Welcome to today's live stream. I hope you are feeling well. I know I'm going to be accused of being misleading because there is no Mr. Steve today. That is all you are going to see of Mr. Steve throughout today's live stream. Oh, there you are. Hello there. How nice to see you joining me here today in the studio. And yes, I am on my own, unfortunately. I'm ever so sorry about that, but unfortunately we don't have Mr. Steve today. Steve is not with us because he's busy doing some shows. He's gone now to a rehearsal. So that's the reason why he's not here today, for which I apologise. I know there are many people who love Mr. Steve. Where is Mr. Steve, Mr. Duncan? Where is he? Where is Mr. Steve? I know what happens. You're all waiting for Steve to arrive, but there is no Steve. So I have a feeling that maybe a lot of people will be clicking away right now. Please don't leave me. I will become very lonely. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Are you feeling happy and cheerful? What are your hopes? What are your desires? I wonder. We are talking all about that today. We are talking about your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, the things you want in your life, maybe possessions, maybe certain things, certain items that you want, or maybe something you hope that in the future you will be able to do. So we are talking about hopes, dreams, desire, all of those things. Today's topic, and of course we are here with the live chat as well. I hope you are feeling good. Yes, we have made it all the way to the end of another week, and we are around halfway through March already. Can you believe it? Well, I certainly can't. Yes, it's Sunday. Hello. Sunday is back, and so am I. Oh, it's ever so nice being here with you. Sunday, March the 12th. By the way, next weekend, can I just say, it is Mother's Day next weekend. Mothering Sunday. And here in the UK, lots of people buy gifts, cards, and all sorts of things for their mother. And of course for Steve next week. So I'm going to warn you now, if Steve seems a little unhappy next week, that's the reason why, because he is missing his mother so much. In fact, we were talking about it this morning, how strange it feels not to have Mr. Steve's mother around in this world. It feels very strange. And we are both still trying to make sense of it all. Sometimes life has no sense. Have you noticed? Sometimes life has no actual sense. Sometimes things make no sense. Sometimes things seem odd or bizarre. And sometimes we spend a lot of time sitting, pondering, wondering about life and all of the things that happen. But the one thing we always have, and the thing we can keep in our hearts, our memories, and of course, hope. for the future, for our own lives, however selfish it might sound. We all have desires. We all have dreams for our lives. I think so. Can I say hello to the live chat? Hello, live chat. Nice to see you here today. Have you joined me yet? If you haven't joined the live chat, then maybe you should. Come on, chop chop. So for some people who can't see the live chat, you might have to refresh your page. I have received some comments from people saying they can't join the live chat. Well, that's because perhaps you need to refresh your page. So that is the thing you might have to do. We have had a crazy week here. An absolutely crazy week, I will be honest with you. The weather has been very bizarre weather this week. We've had snow, and Mr. Steve and myself, because Mr. Steve isn't working anymore, we decided the other morning to go out for a walk very early in the morning. And it was a very eventful walk because it had been snowing during the night. But not only that, it was still snowing when we went on our walk. Would you like to have a little look at some of what happened? So there you can see Mr. Steve walking along, and I'm walking behind him. You might say that Mr. Steve is the star of all of the videos that I filmed during the week, because I was holding the camera and Mr. Steve was walking in front of me. But there you can see the beautiful snowy landscape. What a lovely day it was. So that was at the beginning of last week. In fact, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I have a feeling it was Wednesday. It's been a very strange week this week. So there is Mr. Steve walking in front of me through the beautiful winter wonderland. And to say that the snow caused a lot of chaos is an understatement. Take a look at this. So there is Mr. Steve once again walking in front of me, but also you can see the traffic on the roads are, all of the traffic is struggling to get up the hill because there is so much snow and it was cold and all of the roads were freezing and many of the cars were stuck, including these very large lorries. As you can see, they are all having difficulty driving up the hill. And this particular video clip that you can see now was actually used on the local TV news. Can you believe it? So this actually appeared on the local news in this area, and hundreds of thousands of people tuning into their television were able to see this the other night. However, they didn't see all of it. So this is actually what happened after this particular clip. And you can see all of the cars are struggling. They are finding it very difficult to negotiate or drive across the snow and ice. And that is one of the things you often notice. One of the problems with driving a big heavy car in the snow is quite often it will get stuck. The wheels will spin around and around. And unfortunately, what normally happens is the car will get stuck. However, sometimes you need to give the car a little push. And guess who was kind enough to give someone a push the other day? Well, yes, we are talking all about Mr. Steve. There he is. He's helping someone there. He's talking to them, giving them some advice. There he is. Lovely Mr. Steve. But also, Mr. Steve was offering his strength, his physical strength to push the cars. Would you like to see Mr. Steve? There he is. Mr. Steve is helping someone to push a car off the road, so it is in a safe place. Mr. Steve, all I can say is you are a hero. It almost deserves a round of applause, doesn't it? I think so. We might give it to him next week. We will see what happens. So there it was, the dramatic scenes of the snow that came down during the week. And it was amazing. It was so cold. And the other thing that I want to mention... The other thing I want to mention is a few days ago here on the live stream, I was complaining that we hadn't had any snow. I was really getting upset because I felt a bit disappointed because this winter we had no snow. And guess what? Last week we had snow not once but twice. So we had a lot of snowfall last week. And we went out and about. We were walking in the snow. One of the things I love about walking in the snow is as you walk along, you can hear that wonderful sound as your feet crunch along the snow. I love that sound very much indeed. So a very eventful week. And as I mentioned, Mr. Steve is busy doing lots of things at the moment. He's in a show and he's also rehearsing for another performance, which is where he is today. So that's why there is no Mr. Steve. Please don't get too upset about it. There is nothing I can do. Hello to the live chat. Nice to see you here as well. Yes, we are back together. English Addict. And it's myself on my own, Mr. Duncan. Hello Vitas. Vitas, congratulations to you. You are first on today's live chat. Very good. Vitas is first. Beatrice is also here. Hello, Beatrice. Are you excited? I'm excited. Do you know why we are both excited? I might talk about that later on. Francesca is here as well. Hello, Francesca. Jurshid. We also have... Who else is here? I think we have someone maybe watching from, I want to say, maybe Korea. Also we have, oh yes, of course, can we say a big hello to Luis Mendez? He's here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you back. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, I'm excited. I think Luis is excited. Beatrice is feeling excited because we are still arranging the big meetup that is happening in June. And if you would like to join up, if you'd like to be there when we all meet together, please let me know by writing to my email address. Yes, we are meeting up in Paris. It should be interesting. Very interesting indeed. Hello also to Maria. Maria, I haven't seen you for a while. Or at least it feels like it. Anyway, Francesca. Also, Mosen is here as well. Hello, Mosen. Nice to see you all here today. Also, Valentin is here. Wow, lots of people already joining me. It's nice to see you here today. Hello also to Carla. Hello, Carla. Nice. A nice name. And hopefully you will have a nice time here today. Hello, Mega Kakar. Hello to you. Yesterday it was my birthday, says Mega. Happy birthday to you for yesterday. I will send you now my late birthday greeting to you. I hope you had a good day yesterday on your birthday. Reham is here as well. By the way, we weren't here on Wednesday. You may have noticed I wasn't here, and I'm going to explain a bit more about that later on in the live stream, because there are some changes happening. Maybe some bad changes or maybe some good changes, depending on your opinion, I suppose. Hello also to who else is here? Fernando is here as well. We have a controversy. We have controversy. It's a great word, that, controversy. If you have controversy, you have maybe a situation where people's opinions have become very strong about an event, maybe something that happened, or maybe something a person said. There is controversy or controversy. So there are two ways of pronouncing that word. A lot of people are getting upset at the moment because famous people, celebrities, are they are expressing their personal opinions about all of the things happening around the world, whatever they are. And there are many things happening at the moment. So is it right? Would you say that it is right for people who are famous or people who are celebrities? Would you say that it's a good thing for them to become involved with politics? Now, I suppose it depends on what their position is. So we have a particular situation at the moment where a person who normally commentates on football matches is now expressing personal opinions on social media. And in this situation, it is Twitter. And as you know, if you are a person who uses Twitter, you will know it is a minefield. And the reason why I say that is because lots of people go on to Twitter and they give their opinions about things. I know sometimes I do it. But I suppose in my situation, because I'm here talking in general terms about everything, I think I'm in a position where I can express opinions sometimes. And of course, I am independent. I'm not tied to any company. I am independent. I do all this myself, as I suppose you might describe me as a freelance. A freelance presenter, maybe, or freelance teacher. So I do have a lot of freedom, maybe more freedom than certain celebrities or presenters on television, and maybe they have to sign a contract to say that they won't express their personal opinions or get involved in political arguments. So what do you think? Have you ever had a situation in your country where someone well known or famous has started making political statements? I suppose there is one person I can think of at the moment, and that must be Imran Khan in Pakistan. So he was a cricket player, well known here. But now, of course, he's moved completely into politics. So we do have things like that occurring where maybe a celebrity will express their opinions about a certain thing, and maybe later they will move into politics. And it has happened in the past. I suppose a good example would be Ronald Reagan. So Ronald Reagan, before he became president of the USA in the 1980s, he was a Hollywood movie star. So it would seem very strange to think of that, to think of someone who was an actor, and eventually they become the president of the USA. Isn't that amazing? So it can happen. But what about you? Do you think it's a good idea? Is it a good idea for celebrities to become political? I know in the music industry, so when we think about singers, performers, quite often they will become involved in politics because of their work. Maybe they write songs about certain issues, or maybe they become involved in a particular cause, something that is helping other people to survive or get through a serious situation. Francesca says, yes, the BBC anchorman was sanctioned for expressing his opinions about law on Twitter. Yes, well, I suppose the thing that a lot of people are talking about, not only celebrities, but people in general, and there is always an issue, some sort of issue that people will talk about, whatever it is. Maybe human rights. I suppose when we think about something controversial or something that people feel strongly about, human rights would be one of those big issues. So I would say that is something that is often talked about. So that is really what this particular situation is connected to. And that is the way in which this country treats illegal immigrants, people who are coming into the country illegally. So that is what it's all about. That is the reason why people are getting upset about two things. They're getting upset about the actual issue of immigration, but also they are becoming a little angry because of very wealthy celebrities living a very comfortable life, expressing their opinions about things that maybe they should not be commenting on. So it is a very difficult thing. Hello, Carmen. I wonder why they moved into politics. I think it is easier for them to get a political position and maybe much better salary. I think maybe a little bit of both. So maybe if a person is a performer, maybe they write songs, maybe they are an activist. And this has happened a lot over the years. Many people have become involved. I suppose one good example would be John Lennon from the Beatles. So throughout his life, after the Beatles, he became very much involved in the peace movement, and he was against nuclear weapons and war in general. So I suppose, yes, John Lennon would be a good example of that. And I suppose there are many others as well. I'm sure you can think of one straight away. I'm sure you can think of one. I would not describe myself as political. I don't think I am a political person. You would never really know what my political views are, because sometimes I might express something that might make you think that I have a particular political view, but then maybe the following week I will say something else which might lead you to think the opposite. So it can happen. To be honest with you, I read all sorts of material. I read news stories concerning both sides of the political argument, whatever that argument happens to be. So to be honest with you, I don't read and I don't watch certain things on the internet. I actually like to look at both sides of the argument, and quite often it is the best way of doing it, to be honest with you. Jurshid is sick and tired of politics. I don't even watch TV, especially the news. I will agree with you to a certain degree of that particular opinion, yes. I think sometimes we hear too much about it. I think it can become something that is always there. You can't get away from it. You turn on your computer, maybe you want to watch something funny, maybe you want to be cheered up, and the first thing you see is all of the news stories, the latest thing that is happening, and quite often it does involve politics. You are right. Oh, Palmyra makes a very good point. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California, but he could not compete for the US presidency because he was not an American citizen, or he wasn't born in the USA. You are right. Yes, he was the governor of California. Not a particularly successful governor. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So today we are looking at a subject that is very close to my heart, the desire, the dreams that we have in our lives, the things that we think about, the things that we hope will happen in the future. We are talking about your dreams, your hopes, your desires, the things that you hope will happen in the future. All of that coming up. A quick break so I can drink some water, and then we will be right back. We have had everything this week. We've had rain, we've had snow, we've had wind, we've had everything. It's been a very eventful week here in the UK. As far as the weather is concerned, ooh, can you see my legs? Can you see my legs? My lovely, lovely legs. I don't know why I'm doing that. I think I'm just trying to attract some attention. I think so. I would imagine a lot of people now have joined thinking that Mr. Steve is here. Unfortunately today, sadly, we don't have Mr. Steve. Unfortunately, he's not here. I'm ever so sorry about that. I'm really, really upset because we don't have Mr. Steve here. I'm ever so sorry about that. Oh, Carmen says it is hard to be honest in politics. Maybe. Sooner or later you get involved in corruption. I think that is the biggest problem with anything that allows a person to have maybe power or success in some field, or maybe money as well, if you can earn money, if you can make money, if you can get money, maybe by doing things that are a little corrupt. And yes, most countries around the world, including this one, I'm not saying that it only happens in certain places, because it happens everywhere. If I was honest with you, we have it here, we have corruption here. It happens many times. Of course, there are certain countries around the world where corruption is much easier to see. I'm not going to say China, but I am going to say China. During my time there, I spent a few years living in China. Very corrupt place. It is like a normal day when corruption occurs, whatever it is. And I did see a lot of it, sometimes involving myself, to be honest. So corruption can happen. Power. When a person becomes powerful, they get a certain amount of power, and they might also become corrupted. Of course, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So it's not unusual to find that people with some sort of power or some sort of authority might actually be a little bit corrupt. It does happen, you are right. Hello to the live chat. Hello everyone. Yes, we are meeting up in June. That is when it is happening. If you would like to be there joining us in Paris, we are going to meet up. If you want to send me an email, I will get back in touch with you. I've had a few people. We have about 6 people now who are interested in meeting up in Paris. And that is at the beginning of June, early June. That's all I'm saying at the moment. If you want to know more, please write to me, and maybe I will let you know what is going on. But I'm very excited. Mr. Steve is excited. As soon as we are back to normal, because Steve is very busy, I'm very busy, as soon as that has finished and we are all back to normal, then I can start giving you some more details as well. But please let me know with an email if you want to meet up with myself and also Mr. Steve in person in Paris in June. I have noticed that at the moment in Paris there are a lot of protests taking place. So I'm hoping by the time we go there in June, I hope everything will be a little calmer, a little quieter, a little more peaceful. Hopefully. Hello, Francesca. Francesca, did you receive my email? Francesca, can I just say that I have not received your email? Francesca, I haven't. I actually haven't received an email from you. So what I would suggest here, if I can, I'm going to put my email on the screen. There it is. So that is my email address. So please send me an email message. And if you would like to meet up in Paris at the beginning of June, please let me know. Of course, a lot of people will not be able to do it because, well, first of all, maybe they are too far away, or maybe they are not able to travel during that time. So I do understand that. Alessandra says, I did not get any reply from you, Mr. Duncan. Are you sure you're sending the email to the right address? Because I checked my email. I know recently I've been very naughty. I've been a very naughty boy because I haven't been checking my email enough. But I have been looking over the last 2 or 3 days, and I haven't seen an email from Alessandra, and I haven't seen one from Francesca either. So please write to me again. Write to me again. The address, I will put it on the screen again. There it is. So that is my email address. Make sure you get it right, or else it might go somewhere else. There might be another Mr. Duncan in the world. Imagine that. Oh, Christian Janelle says, I live in Paris near the Champs-Élysées. Very nice. Very nice part of Paris. That sounds like a very nice place to live, if you don't mind me saying. Sadly, at the moment, I've noticed that some of the monuments are closed as well in Paris. I believe the Arc de Triomphe is currently closed. Now, when we were in Paris in 2019, everywhere was open, fortunately, and we were able to go inside the Arc de Triomphe and go up the little stairs. There are some stairs inside the monument, and you can go all the way to the top and walk around on the roof. The only worrying thing, when we were up there were lots of police with guns patrolling the area on the roof, on the top of the Arc de Triomphe. Yes. Very strange, to be honest. Hello, Tonton. Hello, Tonton. Nice to see you here. I don't recognise your name. Where are you? Where are you from? Carmen asks, are people travelling to Paris? Yes, they are. We have people who will be joining us in Paris, and they will be travelling from other parts of the world. So it is something we are trying. If it is successful, we might actually do it somewhere else later. So maybe another part of the world. So we will make sure that you know that our plans. Okay, Alessandra, please send me another email address, please. I will have a look. I've also checked my junk email before anyone asks. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Today's subject, we are looking at something very interesting today, and something that we all have. I think this is something we all have in our lives, something we hold dear, something that we believe in, something that we hope for in the future. Your dreams and desires, the things in your life that you hope will happen, or maybe the things that you hope you will achieve in your life. These are your dreams and your desires, and we all have them, even if we don't always fulfill them. We all have things in our lives that we wish for, maybe a better existence, a dream to achieve something. These are your dreams, your desires, and your hopes, things that you want to come true. I suppose the word that we often use is desire. I love this word, by the way. It's one of my favourite English words, desire. When we desire something, we can do it as a verb. This means to hope or wish for something that you want to happen in the future. So I desire something, I hope for something that I'm wishing for. So we can use it as a verb, something you are doing. I desire that my money worries vanish, for example. I desire that my money worries vanish. So maybe you are having problems earning money, or maybe you are spending too much money, or maybe you wish you had a job where you were paid more. You are desiring that thing. You hope maybe in the future it will happen. She desires to be alone with me. Oh, if you are lucky enough to have a person in your life who desires to be alone with you, then you are a very lucky person indeed. That's all I can say. As a noun, we can also use desire To need something badly, something you really want. So the thing, the feeling, is described as desire. Maybe something you need eagerly, or maybe something you need wantonly. I like that one. So maybe something you want so much you almost can't control your feelings. I cannot control my desire. Can you feel my desire for you? The things you want, the things you need, the things you desire. I do like that word, I have to say. A strong want can be described as desire. Something you really want, something you need, something you feel that hopefully sometime in your life you will get. A strong want can be described as desire. I want to see you every day. It is my one desire. So we are using that as a noun in that particular situation. A hope or dream for the future is a desire. I desire a steady job with good pay. Don't we all? I had many desires as a teenager, and I suppose that's true. Maybe there is a stage of your life where you had lots of hopes and lots of dreams. And I always think quite often when we are young, maybe we have lots of things that we desire or things that we hope for in the future. So your dreams, your hopes, your desires, maybe when you are young you have lots of dreams and lots of desires, things that you hope will happen in the future. I suppose one of my dreams as a young person was to be a radio presenter. I always wanted to be in radio somehow. So as a DJ, playing music, or maybe talking on the radio, maybe discussing certain topics, I always wanted to do that. And for a short time, I actually managed to do it. But it is a very competitive business. It's a very competitive industry. It's very similar to anyone who wants to be an actor. It's very hard to get into because there are so many people out there who also want the same thing. So one of the problems with desiring something, one of the problems with wanting or hoping for something, is that many other people are also doing the same thing. They are also out there wanting and desiring the same thing as you. So it can be a problem. Giovanni, or Giovanna, should I say, I am from Sicily, and at that time I will end the school year as a teacher. So you are hoping that you will become a teacher, or maybe you are about to become a teacher. So is this something that you are about to do? Is it going to happen soon, or has it happened already? Thank you, Francesca, for saying hello, and yes, I will read your email later. Hello to Varshak Hamani Vlogger. Varshak Hamani Vlogger. Hello to you. Nice to see you here. Angeles is here as well. Hello, my lovely angel. It's nice to see you back as well. Oh, hello to Ukraine. Hello to you. Yes, best greeting from Dr. Victor, who is the entomologist and also beekeeper teacher, which I find very fascinating. So, Dr. Victor, can I ask you a question? Was it your hope? Was it your dream? Was it your desire to become a beekeeper? I wonder. I'm rather fascinated, if I was honest with you. So please let me know. And all the best to you watching in Ukraine. A wish for the future. Maybe the wish that you have is that the war will end soon. A hope for the times ahead. So I think this is something we all do. We all, at some point in our lives, have something we want, something we dream of, something we desire. It can be an item, it can be a thing, or it can be something that we hope one day we will be able to do. So I hope one day I will have the chance to meet you in person, face to face. Wouldn't that be amazing? I have to say. That would be very nice indeed. So a wish for the future, a hope for the times ahead. I hope I can get a place at a good college. My one big wish is to get a satisfying job. And that's another way of describing it, I suppose. Your big wish. We can say big wish. Your big wish is your desire. The thing that you want most of all in your life is your big wish. We can also use the word aspire to show a future wish, maybe something you want to do. Quite often we use the word aspire to describe maybe our career, the path that we want to take on our career. So maybe a job that you want to do in the future. So we can use the word aspire to show a future wish. This young man aspires to be a lawyer. She aspires to be on the school committee. Something you hope to achieve, something you hope to do in the future. Can be your wish, something you aspire to. You have aspirations, the feeling you have of wanting to achieve something in your career. You can talk about your aspirations, your dreams, your desires. To have an ambition. This is another word that we often use when we are talking about our career, the job you want to do in your future, your ambition, the thing you want to do in your life. You have an aim for the future. My ambition is to be a city banker and then be hated by everyone. I admire your dogged ambition. So the word dogged means you are persistent. You keep doing it. You don't give up. You continue doing it. You feel very strongly about that thing, so you follow that dream. I admire your dogged ambition. To think big. I like this phrase very much. If you want to do something in your life, sometimes you must think big. Think vividly about what you want to do. So I think that is a good phrase, that think big, to have big plans. Can I just tell you, I have some big plans for the future. I'm going places. I'm going places. I'm going to achieve so much in my life. I want to do things. I am going to think big. And quite often, we often say to people, if you want to do something in your life, if you have a plan to do something, always think big. Always have a very clear idea in your mind of what you want to do. I have some big plans for my future. If you are going to do it, you need to think big. Another word I like, vision. To have vision. So we often think of vision as the sense of seeing. But of course, we can also use vision in another way. Something that you can actually see in your mind, something that you can imagine is your vision. The thing that you hope in the future will be reality. So you think it, you imagine it, but you also hope one day that it will be real. It will be a real thing. We often talk about vision. A person can have vision. It means they can see ahead. Maybe a person invents a new device, something that can help other people. We can say that that person has vision. They can see ahead, and that is the thing that they want to do in their life. I'm going places. Rosa, yes, you are right. If you are going places, it means you are going to have success. You believe in yourself. You are going places. I am going places. I'm going to have success. I'm going to think big. To have vision or to visualize your future. I can already see myself in that job. I can already see myself in that job. That means that I can already envision that thing. I can imagine what it will be like. I can already see it. And hopefully in the future, it will become a reality. She has vision. I think she will do well. If you have vision, it means you can see ahead. It means you have aspirations and you imagine what they will be like when they come true. I think that's a very good word, actually. Someone might try to take away your hope. They say or do things to discourage you. And I'm sure we've all met people like this in our lives. I know I have. People who want to take away your dreams or take away your hope. Maybe something happens in your life that maybe delays your plans for the future. And it can happen. Life is unfair. Unfortunately, sometimes life can be unfair. People can be unfair and cruel. That, as they say, is life. So there might be people in your life who always try to discourage you, or maybe they are a negative person. I am a firm believer of having positive people in your life. If you have a hope for your future, or maybe a desire, or maybe something you want to do in your life, try to be near or to associate with positive people. It is generally thought that having positive people around you is a good way of achieving your goals. And I think so. So sometimes I think knowing certain types of people who have a positive way of thinking or a positive outlook on their lives, they are good people to be near. I think so. It can be a very good thing indeed. To want is to desire, to wish, to hope, to dream, to have ambition. You have a forward plan. So the plan is what you have. You are thinking ahead, things you want to do in the future. They are your plans. You have a forward plan. To have aspirations. And I think it's a good thing. Maybe you won't achieve all of your dreams, but maybe if you keep doing it, if you don't give up, and I know it's a cliche, I know many people at the moment, especially here on YouTube, there are many people who say that they are life coaches, they are experts on positivity. But to be honest with you, you don't always need that. Sometimes you can find it in yourself. And I think that's the best way of doing it. So don't just listen to other people. Also listen to yourself as well. I think it's very, very important. And I think this is a good subject as well, because at some point in your life you will have something that you want to do, a dream, a desire, a wish, something that you want to achieve or have in your life. And all I can say is I hope whatever your dreams are, whatever your wishes may be, I hope they all come true. I will be back with you next Sunday with Mr. Steve. So we will be back next Sunday. There will be a new English lesson on Wednesday, so no live stream, but there will be a new English lesson. I am making a new series of English lessons tackling some important subjects, things that people talk about sometimes, things that people may debate from time to time. So I'm looking at powerful words that people use these days that might be controversial. They might also be words that cause people to argue or fight, or maybe words that people misunderstand. So that is what I will be doing over the next few weeks. We have some new English lessons and they will be posted every Wednesday. A new English lesson every Wednesday, and live streams continue every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. So I will be back with you next Sunday. This is a short live stream today, so you only have 1 hour of me today, which means I'm about to leave you. Thank you very much for your company today. Saturina says sometimes things kill your dreams during your life. Yes, well, I'm going to be honest with you. Can I just be honest with you before I go? I've had many situations and many things in my life that never came true. Many disappointments. I've been let down many times, sometimes by other people and quite often by myself. It does happen. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm back with you on Sunday. Next Sunday, it is Mother's Day next Sunday. And yes, I promise that I will be back with you with Mr. Steve as well. He will be joining us. Oh, by the way, if you are wondering about the snow has gone. It did not stay very long. So last weekend it was freezing cold, and today it is really, really warm. In fact, it is 12 degrees today. I don't know how that's possible. So the only bit of snow remaining is at the back of the house, and there it is. That is the last of the snow that is behind the house. And that is it. There is no more snow. Most of it has disappeared. And very soon I am going to disappear as well. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. I hope it has been helpful and useful. See you next Sunday. Mr. Steve will be back as well. And if you want to watch this again, you can. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English, saying thank you very much for watching my lovely English Addict. And I will see you next week. And of course, a new lesson on Wednesday. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Until the next time we are here together, stay happy, take care, and don't give up on your dreams, your hopes, and your aspirations. And of course, ta-ta for now.